If you're struggling with Candida and yeast infections, please know you're not alone. Many people feel stuck and confused because the root causes are rarely examined, and it's rarely just about yeast overgrowth. Rather, it's the result of other imbalances in your body that allow the overgrowth to happen. Welcome to Eat for Life Nutritional Therapy. I'm Samantha Gilbert, founder of Eat for Life. I'm a nutritional therapy counselor specializing in a functional nutrition approach to healing Candida and yeast overgrowth. Unlike other microbes, Candida lives throughout the entire GI tract. It can colonize your mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. It's also normal to have some yeast on your skin, but when life circumstances shift your microbial terrain, you can develop Candida and other yeast infections on your skin as well. When a client comes to me with yeast overgrowth, I always ask, why is this happening? Organisms in our bodies only overgrow when given the opportunity to do so. So we need to identify the larger problems that led to this overgrowth and address all contributing factors. When we address the underlying reasons, anti-fungal treatment is more likely to succeed, both in eliminating the overgrowth and preventing it from returning. There are several reasons you may be struggling with chronic Candida infections, even if you followed a strict anti-Candida diet or taken antifungal medications and herbs. These reasons include a history of antibiotic use, which causes leaky gut and allows yeast to proliferate, stress that weakens gut immunity and encourages opportunistic microbes to grow, poor dietary choices like processed carbohydrates, refined sugar, and alcohol, digestive dysfunction including low stomach acid, pancreatic insufficiency, and poor bile flow, nutrient deficiencies such as zinc, selenium, and biotin, which help maintain balanced yeast levels, and a lack of beneficial bacteria to keep yeast microbes in check. Other factors can also play a role. One example is H. pylori, a type of bacteria that lowers your stomach acid. Stomach acid is important because it helps kill harmful microbes. What's interesting is that H. pylori can actually hide inside Candida to protect itself. So if you have both H. pylori and Candida growing in your stomach, the Candida can make it harder to get rid of the H. pylori. This is why we need to look at your entire gut microbiome, not just one problem, to help you heal a Candida infection. Heavy metals like copper and methylation imbalances can disrupt detoxification pathways, as well as enzyme and protein function, making Candida difficult to eradicate. Copper toxicity reduces zinc, which is required to maintain balanced yeast levels. Estrogen dominance can also stimulate Candida growth and virulence. As an alcohol producer, Candida is notorious for converting carbohydrates into alcohol, which is why many people report feeling drunk after eating sugary foods. Alcohol-producing organisms like Candida can also cause brain fog, leaky gut, joint and muscle pain, and chronic fatigue. Yeast can cause hyperactivity, rumination, depression, anxiety, and temper control problems, as well as intense cravings for sweets. In children, Candida can make your child appear drunk at times, especially after eating processed carbohydrates and sugars. They may also fly into a rage if they don't get their sugary treats because they have an internal alcohol factory at work in their gut, causing significant inflammation. I also often see severe Candida and yeast overgrowth in my autism clients, which has been known to impact verbal processing. And it's also common in OCD, ADHD, and eating disorders. Candida can trigger mast cells and release harmful toxins. This means that even a small or moderate amount of Candida overgrowth can cause a lot of uncomfortable symptoms. Here's another really important point. Even though Candida loves to eat sugar, sugar isn't the only thing it can eat. This is why extremely strict anti-Candida diets often don't work as well as we hope. If you take away Candida's favorite food, it will just eat something else instead, and you'll end up starving yourself before you starve the Candida. Candida is very good at surviving without sugar. In fact, studies show that Candida can switch between many different food sources to stay alive. It can even eat multiple types of food at the same time and will keep eating other foods even when sugar is available. When sugar is limited, Candida adapts by feeding on amino acids instead. It can also get nutrition from proteins in your body. Candida produces special enzymes that break down proteins, so it can use them as food. And this ability actually makes Candida more harmful to your body. Some types of Candida can even feed on ketones, which your body makes when you're on a very low carb diet. Other symptoms I often see with fungal infections include oral health problems, chronic bad breath, itchy and irritated scalp, gout, and recurring ear and sinus infections that won't go away. Biofilms can also cause yeast to persist despite treatment. Of course, we must address the overgrowth itself, but if you only focus on killing it, the outcome won't be favorable. That's why I examine several factors: stress levels, nutrient deficiencies like zinc that support gut and liver function, foods that trigger yeast and inflame your gut lining, leading to permeability issues, and the production of pancreatic enzymes, bile, and stomach acid. In my clinic, I approach Candida and yeast overgrowth from a functional, holistic perspective. This includes appropriate lab work and a comprehensive plan to support balanced yeast levels, nutrient status, gut function, blood sugar, and biochemistry. I provide personalized guidance and collaborate with your medical care team when needed. My approach gives you clarity on what's causing your yeast infection, creates stability, and shows progress over time, all with a customized plan based on your unique needs. So if you're struggling with Candida and yeast overgrowth, I encourage you to book a free discovery call with me to see how I can help you and if we're a good fit.